already at episode 22 of the 22nd season of Precure. We are going to be doing a recap today, talking about those episodes for Kimi to Idol or You and Idol Precure. We're already halfway through the series, so let's go ahead and recap some things that you might have missed, or if you just need a general recap, let's go ahead and get into the story of our idols. With every season of Precure, there is always a theme. So for this season, our theme is idols or idol culture. Our cures are idols this season, and so we have a lot of fun things to recap and talk about, such as performances, songs, duos, trios, groups, light sticks, microphones, and all kinds of fun things. So let's go ahead and recap some of our main characters for the season. We have our main cure / our main protagonist of the season, which is Sakura Uta or Cure Idol. Her catchphrase of the season is Cure Kila, and she is super energetic, super happy, loves to sing, is always sparkling and living life to the fullest, helping out her cafe glitter with her parents. Next, we have Alkaze Nana, whose catchphrase is one step forward, wing wing wink, or Cure Wink. Nana is very intelligent and a little bit more on the reserved side than Uta, but she is phenomenal at piano. Next, we have Shigure Kokoro, who is the first year and youngest of the girls, and her catchphrase is "My heart's going kyun kyun" as she transforms into Cure Kyun Kyun. She's a very passionate dancer and loves idols, absolute idol fangirl. And for the fairies, we have Puri-ran, who is a fairy from Cure Kilan. They come to search for the idol precures, but Puri is a little bit more laid back and a little bit of a foodie, but Puri transforms eventually into Cure Zakyun. And lastly, we have Mera-ran. Mero is also from Cure Kiland, and she's a little bit stingy with her sissy. Don't mess with Puri because that is Mero's sissy. Mero also turns into Cure Kiss. And as of right now, the cures are actually divided into two groups. We have the idol precures consisting of Cure Idol, Cure Wink, and Cure Kyun Kyun, and we have the duo group Zakyun Kiss, who features Cure Zakyun and Cure Kiss. As of right now, they're working parallel as idols, but they don't seem to be fully in one group yet. We also have some supporting characters such as Tanaka-han or Tanaka, who is another fairy from Cure Kilan who eventually becomes the manager of the Pretty Cure Idols. We also have Pikarine, who is the queen of the Cure Kilan fairies. And for the villains of the season, we have a team Chokiri. Chokiri is led by Chokurine, who is the leader and a little bit on the, let's just say, lazy side. We also have Cuddy, who is a little bit more selfish, and we have Zakari, who is a little bit loose and a little bit, let's just say, also on that lazy side, but somebody's gonna do the work. This group was formed by the Dark Lady Darkine, who is the one who attacks Cure Kilan and plunges the world and the fairies into darkness. And with every season, villains are made via the bad guys, so for this season the villains are titled Makarandas. And lastly, for supporting characters, we have Hibiki Kaito, who is an 18-year-old idol. He tends to show up time to time in the series, and it's definitely seeming that he is being hinted at being an important character. Next, for the items of this season, we have the Idol Heart Brooch, which is the Cure's transformation item. Next, we have the Idol Heart Intercom, which is a headset microphone that the Cures use when they are performing on stage. We have the Cure Key Light, which is a light stick that is often used by Puri-ran. Next, we have the Pre-Toy camera, which is also a camera used by Puri-ran to take pictures of the Cures when they are singing and dancing. And for Cure Zakyun and Cure Kiss, we have the Cure Showtime mic, which is their transformation item and weapon. And lastly, for Mera-ran exclusively, we have the Heart Cura Relock, which is a locket that she's had ever since she was born. It can grant any wish, but in exchange for what the user values most. And so, the first title of the series is Cure Kilala Cure Idol Debuts. In this episode, we meet Sakura Uta in Hanamichi Town where she lives. She is a second-year middle school girl who is working with her family at their cafe in her spare time. She loves to sing, and she is a little bit obsessed when it comes to the newest music and idol trends. Mysteriously, a peach floats down the river, and out pops a fairy that we later find out is named Puiran. Puiran is our main fairy for the season, and they are scouring Earth to find an idol Precure. They need to help find those cures so that they can help the queen restore their fairy world, which has been plunged into darkness with all the fairies crystallized, even the queen. The only way to break this evil spell is to find the idol cures. Puri searches everywhere until they find Uta. Uta even tries to help Puri find the idol Precures and ends up becoming one herself. Episode 2 is titled Am I Going Viral? In this episode, we see the consequences of Puri's actions of taking videos of someone without their consent. We see that that is a big no-no, and Puri gets some wacky hair from it as a punishment from the queen. But in the last episode, as Cure Idol defeats the bad guys with her climax song and dance, Puri uploads that video to YouTube and basically makes her go viral overnight. Everyone is obsessed. Even her friends at school are obsessed with this mysterious, amazing, captivating idol. And rumor has it, there's even a new idol research club in her school. Wonder who runs that club? Episode 3, titled Be Courageous, Cure Wing's debut, we take a look at second-year student Nana. Nana has always been a phenomenal pianist ever since she was young. But when one fatal accident happens, she thinks that maybe piano isn't for her anymore. She starts to doubt herself and wonders if she can ever love piano again. Through the encouragement of Uta, she discovers that it's okay if I want to go and try to find something else that I'm passionate about. I don't have to quit piano because of one mistake, and piano doesn't have to be my life entirely anymore. I can find what I want to do, and with that courage, she turns into Cure Wing. Episode 4, titled Legendary Idol, Hibiki Kaito, is all about Idol Kaito, who stumbles into the Cafe Glitter cafe that both Uta and now Nana, because she's a Cure as well, are working at. With Uta's parents gone, the cafe is very busy, and Uta and Nana just can't handle it by themselves, so Kaito steps in. This kind of allows the girls to get a little bit closer to this legendary idol, where they try to get some pointers discreetly from him. In episode 5, titled We Have a Manager, basically the girls are almost caught red-handed as idols, and we see that a mysterious man in a suit find them on the beach, corner them, tell them, I know who you are, you're idol Precures, and then bippity boppity boo, we found out this is actually a fairy. The same as Puiran. Yeah, they look exactly the same, totally 100%. This episode is basically a filler that details how we have a manager now as Cures. And with the help of Tanaka as their manager, the idols managed to get a few gigs landed with the brand Pretty Holic. Episode 6 is titled My Heart's Going Kyun Kyun. This episode focuses around first-year middle school student Kokoro. Kokoro is the idol club leader. She has fallen deeply in love with Cure Idol and Wink, devoting her entire being to researching these idols and wanting to be just like them. But miraculously, one day she finds out her idols are really no one special. They're just girls that she goes to school with. She finds out that Cure Idol is actually Sakura Uta and that Cure Wing is Aokaze Nana, her classmates. Once she sees the pair fighting, she realizes that maybe this isn't what I actually want anymore. This is not what I expected. She thought that they were regular idols who did the regular singing and dancing charade, but no, these girls are warriors. She doesn't know if this is really what she wants to do anymore, and she has a little bit of a crisis. Episode 7 reassures her that she does want to be an idol, titled Dancing Heart, Cure Kyun Kyun's debut. After she realizes that she does still want to be a Cure, she does still want to be an idol and wants to be with these girls, she transforms into Cure Kyun Kyun. Episode 8 is titled Sleepover with Everyone, the Big Idol Precure Research. This episode showcases the girls getting friendlier as they are all now Precures together. Episode 9 is titled Nana's 7 Mysteries. This is another filler episode where we see a little bit of a funny side to Nana, who is someone who is just trying to be fun, is trying to do some fun things for people, and really showcases how much she loves and values her new friends. Episode 10 is titled CD Debut, Idol Precure. This episode is about the Cures in the studio recording their first ever CD. Episode 11 is titled Trio Dreams. This whole episode is basically about the Cures and what they want to do in their future. Both girls, besides Uta, kind of have some idea of what they want to do in the future, but Uta's stumped. She thinks she wants to work at the cafe with her parents, but when her parents encourage her to actually try to find what she wants, she's stumped. She looks at all these jobs, and she believes that they're all perfect, they're all fine. She would enjoy any of them, but none really scratch that itch. That is until the girls ask Uta, "What about being an idol? Is that your dream?" To which she responds, "I can't have that as my dream because it's already the dream that I'm living." Episode 12 is titled Do You Love Puiran? Mararon is here. This episode introduces our second fairy titled Mararon, who comes from Kirakiland. We learned that in Kirakiland, after all the darkness fell upon the fairies, Puri was the only fairy who was set out to go and find the cures. The door that led to the human world only had enough power to allow one fairy to escape, and with only 2 fairies left, Puri was the one who made the way through the door. Mararon has waited all alone in darkness with crystallized friends, family, and the queen, waiting for the door to have enough power to send her to the human world to find her sissy, the one person who she treasures more than anyone else. Episode 13 is titled Go Go Kiriki Light. This is another filler episode and it's a sports day. This episode basically features a classmate of the girls who confesses to the boy she likes who is sadly moving away, but even though she's rejected, she gets her spirit back up when a new guy comes into play and she has a new crush by the end of the episode. Episode 14 is titled Dear Mom, a message from Kokoro, and biased here, but this might be my actual favorite of the entire season so far. This is the Mother's Day episode. This is all about Kokoro, and again, biased as my favorite Kira of the season, this showcases how her family has dealt with grief. Kokoro's father passed away from an illness when she was young, leaving her mother to become a very busy, overworked businesswoman. She often has to work late into the night, leaving Kokoro at daycare a little bit later than all the other kids. She cares very deeply for her mom, and by the end of the episode, her mom, her grandparents, and her new best friends all come up with a surprise party for her to raise her spirits. Episode 15 is titled Operation Make Sissy Fall in Love for Me, Marrow. Again, showcasing how in Marrow's time of loneliness, the only person who made an effort to talk to her was Puri. And this is one of the first episodes where we really see our main villain, Cuddy, start to see a little bit of resistance when it comes to wanting to fight the cures. It's almost like he's become a fan himself. Episode 16 is titled Full Bloom, Special Training, Hanamichi Town Festival, where Tanaka-san has been able to get the girls a gig at the festival for their town where they are going to do their first live performance. The girls are so excited, so they start training, and they even have a moment with Puri where they make Puri know that they are a huge part of their team, and Puri to them is a Precure just as much as they are. And this really takes hold of Puri, as we can see towards the end. Cuddy is empowered by the power of Lady Darkine and is even stronger than before. But the Cures are not able to defeat him this time. He ends up retreating, but not before casting Puri aside. This leads Puri to have a moment of self-reflection, realizing that they're not strong enough as they are right now to help their friends. So, with Miro by their side, they make their way back to Kirakiland. Episode 17 is Puriman's Determination. Let's go to Kirakiland. In this episode, we see more about this mysterious locket that Mero's been holding on to since she was born. This locket is able to grant any wish the user wishes, but they'll take whatever is most precious. And in Puri's case, that's memories of the girls, especially Uta. But determined to help their friends, Puri decides, with Mero, to make this wish. Again, Cuddy comes back, still empowered with the dark magic of Lady Darkine, and the Cures are still not able to beat him, until all of a sudden, petals fall from the sky, and a new duo set of Cures titled Cure Zakyun and Cure Kiss come to defeat him once and for good. Cuddy then decides that bad guying isn't really for him and just seems to leave the scene for now. This episode leaves off with the girls mesmerized by Zakyun Kiss, wondering just who they are. Episode 18 is titled Who Are You? My Heart Just Went Zakyun, where Uta realizes that she might now be a huge Zakyun fan. She is so overwhelmed by love and support for this new cure. She becomes a fan and joins the Idol Research Club along with Nana and proclaims her love of Cure Zakyun. Now that Cuddy's gone and Chokorine doesn't really do much, Zakari is now our main villain for the season, as where they used to switch off, it's now mostly him. And we can even kind of get a hint that maybe Zakari has the same fate as Cuddy, as Bro seems to kind of have a little fan crush on Zakyun. Which I mean, don't we all? Episode 19 is titled The Pair's Vow, Zakyun and Kiss Debut. In this episode, the Cures are looking for clues as to who this new mysterious duo is, and all of a sudden, the Cures see a familiar fairy figure flying their town, and they chase after it. They realize it's Puri. Puri and Mero have been MIA for a while as they went back to their hometown to try to find clues as to ways that they can help the Cures, but when Uta tries to talk to Puri and welcome them back, Puri has no memories of Uta. But with a twist of fate, it seems that Puri transforms into Cure Zakyun and Mero as Cure Kiss, revealing their identities as the new mysterious Zakyun Kiss duo. Episode 20 is titled Memory Seeking Picnic. This episode is where the girls try to re-find these old memories of them and Puri's adventures to restore Puri's memories. Mero has kind of taken over Tanaka-san's house and has kind of started trying to keep Puri away from the girls, as she really doesn't want anyone else to have Puri. She wants to isolate Puri and keep Puri for themselves. But the girls are determined to restore the memories of their dear friend. They even showcase some of the first places that they ever went, showcasing the peach and even a man from the first episode. A classic throwback. While on their picnic, they get attacked. While on their picnic in the mountains wilderness, they are attacked by Zakari again, which luckily everything went very smoothly for them, but Puri seems to have dropped their light stick. This light stick is very precious to them, and so Uta, without second thought, runs back into a thunderstorm on the mountain with no umbrella, no coat, and goes to find this light stick. She then is seen collapsing at the end of the episode. Episode 21 is titled Extraordinary, Miraculous Unison. This episode showcases how Uta is still determined, no matter sickness or what, that she will restore her friend's memories. She races to the fairies and tries to plead with Mero to let her see Puri and let her try again to restore Puri's memories, but just then they're attacked by Zakari, and Puri is the one who is captured and turned into a Makaranda. Mero is crystallized and left defenseless, while Uta's brooch has been snatched and she is not able to transform. In her civilian form, she does the only thing she knows how to do. She sings. She tries to resonate with Puri's heart and tries to make that connection with her song. She wants her song to reach Puri. And luckily, it does. Puri knows these words. They don't know how, but these words are special. They mean something. It's not just a random song. This is a song that means a lot to them. They're able to break free, and Uta is able to turn into idol and save the day with Zakyun Kiss's help. And by the end of the episode, it seems a miracle really did happen. Puriren has all of their memories back. They remember Uta. Episode 22 is titled Idol Precure vs Zakyun Kiss. This episode showcases the divide between the group and is the first episode with the outro change, signifying that this season is already halfway finished. Cures are once again commissioned by Pretty Holic, a makeup/cute store, where they are trying to sell products as the Idol Precures and as Zakyun Kiss. And this competition also lights a fire beneath Kokoro and Mero's feet. They both host a cook-off to try to see who is Puri's favorite chef. Again, Puri is a super huge foodie, loves food, so the best way to Puri's heart is through their stomach. But Puri hits them with that your food is both great in its own way, and I love both of it, showcasing that Puri does not want to pick sides. Puri loves both the idols and Mero, but of course Mero doesn't quite get that, as Mero wants to be the only one that Puri cares about. In their Zakyun kiss form, Kiss is feeling a little bit sad. It seems like no matter what she tries to do to win Puri's love, Puri just does not reciprocate. That is until as Kiss and Zakyun gives a few words to Kiss to invigorate them again, and it's like their love just blossoms all over again. But of course, Mero is not going to stop there and is going to keep resisting with Puri. This episode leaves off with a mysterious figure returning, someone that we have seen over and over again, which is Hibiki Kaito, the legendary idol. So that is the halfway recap of UN Idol Precure. I hope you guys enjoyed this recap video, and let me know any thoughts and opinions that you have down below in the comments. What do you think the purpose of Kaito is? Why do you think he's always kind of looming out in the background? Do you think that he's going to turn into a bigger character for the next half, or what? And let me know what you think about the Cure so far. Are there any characters you like, any characters you dislike, any thoughts, opinions, or theories about upcoming plots or characters in the season? Do let me know in the comments, and if you enjoyed this one, please remember to like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!